Hello, what is up? What's good? Welcome into the OnlyBets Sports Podcast Thursday edition alongside Stern Bets. I am the Prince of Picks. Got a great show lined up for you guys today. We hope to be joined by Drew DeLucchi, hopefully sometime during this episode. But in any case, here we will be giving you our best bets through the sports landscape today. NBA playoffs back in action tonight. Game 6, Spurs Thunder. Of course, we're going to have some action on that. Of course, we got the MLB in action as well. A little bit of action in the WNBA, got a little bit of soccer as well. So, got a variety of sports here that we're going to be covering on the show today. Before we do that, if you guys can do us a quick favor, we always ask you guys to give us a real quick 5-star rating over on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. Really would appreciate that if you guys could just take 60 seconds of your time. Really, really helps us a lot in terms of growing this channel and getting it out to more listeners. With that being said, I am once again joined by Mr. Stern Best. Good morning, Welsh. Happy Thursday. What's going on, bro? How'd you do yesterday?
Oh, we did pretty good. Now, it wasn't a win by 15 runs by any means, but I'll take a 3-0 victory for the Phillies. That was a nice little win over there. And then also another plus money win, right? Plus 150 on the Phillies run line, minus 1.5, and then plus 104 on a 2-leg parlay. Guardians, first game of the day, team total over 2.5, cash it. Last game of the day, Dodgers minus 1.5, cash it. And my home run sprinkle missed by, I want to say about 6 inches. He hit a rocket off the top of the wall, ended with a triple, didn't get the homer. What can you do? How did you do yesterday?
Yeah, tough break on that one for sure. For me, so we went 2-1 officially yesterday. We hit on our India not to score play. They did not score, so that came through. We also hit on our team total play for baseball. Rangers over 2.5, White Sox over 2.5. Of course, White Sox ended up with, I think, 15 runs, if I'm not mistaken. So that one cleared easily. Rangers, we just got over the line, but a win's a win. We also almost hit our NBA parlay as well. We did hit Liberty Moneyline. We were 2 rebounds away from going for a 3-0 sweep. Angel Reese, we needed her to get 10 rebounds. She got 8. So we were just a couple rebounds away from the 3-0 sweep. But I'll take it 2-1. And let's see if we can expand on that today.
Yeah, let's do it. Seems like we're having a little bit of technical difficulties on my end, but let's bring in Drew. Drew, I know you weren't with us yesterday, but how was your day?
Yeah, I didn't bet on anything quite yesterday, but overall, I was watching some sports, of course, and stuff. So yeah, it was a good day, fun day to watch stuff. The day before though, I did go 2-1, so I'll take that.
Yep, keep it moving. All right, Drew, we're going to go to you first. Where are we going on this baseball slate today? Happy Paul Skeens Day. I know I have a pick on Paul Skeens. Pretty sure Prince has a pick on Paul Skeens. What say you, sir?
Yeah, sorry if my internet's a little shaky. I'm by the office and stuff. So, but I'm gonna go with one of those things where a pitcher. I kind of feel like Jack Flaherty, as we saw. Jack Flaherty, not Jack Flaherty. I feel like Kyle Freeland. But I will go with Jack Flaherty under 15.5 outs on minus 105. I think it's an absolute steal. Like anytime I see these kind of pitchers where Vegas thinks they're going to positively regress, I always fade it because I don't think they will at all. Because if you look at Jack Flaherty, right, he's only breached, like caught an out in the 6th inning, like once, I think in his last 7 games. And that was 2 starts ago against the Blue Jays, at home. He pitched 6 innings, gave up 4 runs. But then the next game, he pitched at Baltimore, 3.1 innings, 3 runs, 6 runs total. He didn't have any walks, but he had 78 pitches. So at the end of the day, he hasn't been good. I don't understand this line. Hey, the line could hit, but when we have this great a value for a pitcher who has not been good by any metrics at all this year and has had a massive walk problem, and I think there's actually negative regression possibly because he hasn't had any walks the last 2 games, and now he's going to be facing an Angels team. Yes, that does strike out a lot, but an Angels team that can draw their walks. So give me Flaherty outs.
Yeah, I love this. I have a heavy lean to the Angels today. Wasn't strong enough to me to make an actual play out of it, but I definitely lean Jack Flaherty struggling today on the mound. If you want to sprinkle on something else, I would sprinkle on a yes run first inning. I think both of these teams are live against the opposing pitcher. If you want the plus money, Angels first inning money line plus 110. I think it's probably worth a sprinkle. Angels are on the top of the league, scoring runs in the first. Jack Flaherty has trouble first time around the order. All right. What's your second play, or is this it? Sorry, that was an awkward way to ask that
Oh,
question.
that would be
Do
it.
you have
I've
another
learned.
play for
I've
us?
been sticking with one play per sport now. I've noticed it's been better for me in that case rather than because I notice when I do 2 out plays, I get some bad luck in that case.
Yeah, listen, it's all about minimizing that risk. 100% on board. By the way, I don't know if you know because you've been out once in a while the last 2 days, but I am backfilling all of our data from the beginning of our show, painstakingly going game by game, entering all the picks, making sure that they were entered correctly, got the juice correctly. I'm looking halfway through February right now, and through the first month of our show, your college basketball plays were on fire. Just want to give you props for that. All right, I'm gonna go to my
I
play
appreciate
for
it.
the day. Yeah. Listen, solid picks, man. I'm watching the thing. We're up so far in the first 2 weeks of February, up 4 units, I believe. If you were following all of our shows, and that includes our Champions League articles and shows. That includes our Europa League shows. Includes everything that we've produced from this show. Anyway, sorry for that. Let's get to a 2-leg parlay now. Don't like doing parlays all that much. I just didn't see a lot of value on the board. If you want to take this down to a 0.5 or 0.75 units, totally okay with that. I'm going to take the full unit at plus 140. I believe I got this at plus 146 on Bet Rivers last night. Pirates, Braves, first 5 money line parlay. And this is going to be a little bit, so sit back in your seats. Happy Paul Skeens Day. That's pretty much it. Pirates are at home facing the Cubs. Paul Skeens has had 2 bad starts in a row, giving up 9 runs over the last 2 games. However, with the amount of talent and underlying metrics, everything falls into place for him to bounce back into form. He has never had 3 bad starts in a row, ever. The only stat that is not elite is his whiff rate, which, to be fair, is still sitting just under 25%, which is slightly above league average. Everything else is still elite. 28% K rate, 4% walk rate. Complete control over those numbers and metrics. Expected batting average against 200 and a 34.5% hard hit rate. Very much expect this Cy Young candidate to bounce back. Speaking of Cy Young candidate, if you want to sprinkle on him to win the Cy Young Award today, I think this might be the best odds for the year. He was plus 340, I believe, preseason. I'm assuming that it's going to be around plus 800 to 900. I looked last night. I couldn't find a line on it. They weren't giving it out. But this might be the only time in the year that you might be able to get Paul Skeens at plus 800 or better to win the NL Cy Young. Pirates are facing Colin Ray, who has shown as of late a little bit better, but underlying metrics and history shows that he's going to give up at least a few runs early in this game. Pirates team is 5th in runs scored per game. Pirates hit significantly better at home. Ray's underlying metrics show concerning 12.5% barrel rate, 45.5% hard hit rate, combined with an 18.5% strikeout rate. Public has rushed on the number on the Pirates, so take it at minus 1.5 at plus 130. I think that's a look on the spread as well. I just chose the first 5 innings here. Skeens' opponents first and second time around the order are still hitting 157 and 122 respectively. It's the third time around the order where opponents are now hitting 356, which is just absolutely unheard of for someone of Skeens' caliber. So I'm going to keep it to the first 2 rounds around the order. First 5 Pirates. That's my first side of this leg. Second leg. I promise this will be quicker. Chris Sale is pitching for the Braves. He should be able to handle the Red Sox in a pitching friendly 65 degrees. There is a chance for delays, so this makes it a little bit difficulty. I would also recommend maybe considering parlaying the first 5 Pirates money line with the Red Sox team total under 5.5, or even the first 3 under 3.5 in this or that other game. I like those looks as well. If that's available for you. Last night when it just wasn't available. Boston ranks bottom of the league in runs scored. Sale in his last 5 outings has given up less than a run a game. And he's still pitching 6 or 7 innings consistently. Underlying metrics, elite, 7% barrel rate, 31% hard hit rate, 30% strikeout rate. He is facing Peyton Tolle, who is on the mound for Boston, who also has some impressive metrics. A lot less consistency, though. He has his ups and downs. He's given up 2+ runs in 3 of his last 5 games, 6.5% barrel rate, 36.5% hard hit rate, 28% strikeout rate. The strikeout rate's really what I'm going to attack here. The reason why I'm taking Atlanta ranks 7th in not striking out in the league. That's going to put a lot of pressure on Tole against the 3rd highest scoring team through the first 5 innings. I would rather play both of these games independently. I'm just going to take them pure money line play with the push insurance. Get this at plus 146. I think this is phenomenal value. I am so sorry for talking for about 5 to 10 minutes now. Drew, any thoughts on this?
But you're good. No thoughts at all on it. I thought he plays. Also, pretty short slate today. I didn't realize there's only like 5 or 6 games because I only just saw the first game and I saw Jack Flaherty and I ignored everything else. I love it.
Hey, that's fair. That's all you need to see. A heavy lean on the over in that game. Prince, any thoughts on my Paul Skeens day? And walk us through your Paul
Yeah, I
Skeens
mean, I
play.
can piggyback off of what you said because my play of the day for baseball is similar to yours. In a sense, I'm also attacking this game here. Happy Paul Skeens Day for sure here on the Only Bets show. Yeah, anytime Paul Skeens is on and on, we love to play on his side here. So for me, guys, we're going to do first 3 under 2.5. You're going to get that around minus, let me pull it up here. Looks like you get minus 135 for Pirates Cubs first 3 under 2.5. Again, look, I think it's like kind of like a superstar thing, right? It's transcended across all sports. Can they have 1 bad game? Yeah. Can they have 2 bad games? Yeah. The likelihood of them having 3 bad games in a row, highly unlikely, right? So you're going to expect Paul Skeens to bounce back today. They're taking on a Cubs team that had lost 10 in a row up until their win yesterday. So give me the Pirates here. Give me Paul Skeens fading a Cubs team that's been a little bit struggling recently. We're just looking for under 2.5 runs in the first 3. I think with Paul Skeens on the mound, that's a great probability here. So first 3 Cubs Pirates under 2.5 at minus 135.
Yeah, this was actually my first look last night when I was looking through the slate. I really, really like this play. I would also, if you're feeling a little bit I don't know, squeamish or whatever, bump that up to under 3.5 and take that Boston Braves game under 3.5 in the first 3. I think both of these are great looks for unders. I would not be surprised if the Pirates were up 1 or 2-0 by the end of 5. I think this is a fantastic look and a good way to bet on just no runs, which is the natural occurring. It's hard to score runs, especially in today when you have really good pitching weather conditions, wind blowing in, weather around 65 degrees around the league. This is not a natural scoring day, I would say. I love this play, man. Really do. Anything else for us in the MLB slate?
Nothing for me other than our home runs.
All right, let's get into it. I found it really difficult to find a home run prop today over just 6 games. Not great hitting conditions, but I think I found value. Prince, where
Yeah,
did you
same for
go?
me. Definitely a more difficult slate today for home runs. So obviously these are just sprinkles always, so you don't want to put too much on these. But for me, what I landed on here, I'm gonna go with Jake Berger of the Rangers. We're gonna get plus 390 for him. Again, they're taking on an Astros bullpen pitching staff that is towards the bottom of the league. So we'll go with him here. Again, a little bit of a flyer, not too much to pick from today, but let's see if Jake Berger, he's hit some already this season. Let's see if you can go yard against it. Give me Jake Berger of the Rangers, home run plus 390.
Dude, you got to lay off these
I know
Rangers,
I've
man.
been attacking him a
To be
lot recently,
fair,
haven't I?
they have cashed 3 out of their last 4 plays for you. So I wouldn't throw any shade on them, but my gosh. To be fair, also, this is probably the best hitting conditions
Well, that's what I
today
was
in
looking
baseball.
at because I
So
was
I
looking at
don't
the other
mind going
conditions
there.
and
They
everything
also
else.
got no hit.
Yeah, the other conditions look a little rough. So, that's the only one I felt was a playable environment. But we'll see.
Yeah, 100%. Drew, got one for us
Oh
today?
yeah, definitely. I'm gonna go based off of here since this is a short slate. I usually like to go based off of how a player does against the pitcher, the weather, how have they done recently. But I'm just gonna go based off such a short slate, how they done against a pitcher. I'm gonna go with George Springer at plus 525. I think is really good value. He's facing Chris Bassett. He's 8 for 20 in his career against him with 2 home runs. So give me George Springer for a sprinkle with that kind of value.
Don't mind that at all. I'm going to go in a different direction. Um, Actually, similar direction. Same game. I'm going to take the Orioles side, though. I'm going to fade Patrick Corbin. Patrick Corbin on the road, notorious for giving up contact, bad contact for that matter. The underlying metrics here are not great. As usual, he is pitching better than expected, but at some point around this time of year, he starts to fall apart once his arm starts to get tired. I mean, this is an older pitcher who struggles with contact, 8.5% barrel rate, 43.5% hard hit rate. I almost guarantee you over the next month or two, his metrics are going to drop considerably to the worse. So I'm going to take advantage now with Gunnar Henderson, who just hit 2 home runs yesterday, right? Was it yesterday or the day before? Their last game out, he hit 2 home runs. I love where his swing is. I know the wind is blowing in at 11 or 12 miles per hour. I know that the temperature is not great, but you're going to give me a contact happy pitcher in a good home run environment against a batter who is really starting to get his swing together at plus 610. I'll take that any day.
Oh, you're right. By
Drew,
the way, it
how do
was
you feel about
yesterday.
that one?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was yesterday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, this guy's
I-
swing, I've been watching it for the last week.
Oh,
Sooner
he's
or later, he
amazing.
was going to knock one out, and I'm mad at myself for not spending the time and finding him yesterday. I think that today he's still a great look. Something to note as well, the later that the game goes, the less the wind is going to be an impact, which is also the reason why I like this. The Toronto Blue Jays bullpen, not stellar, not terrible, but not stellar. I'm willing to fade them as well.
I I think he's
All right.
still, because he's
Yeah.
he's on the Orioles. He's still one of the most players. I think in the MLB, I know it sounds underrated, it's crazy, but I would say more to the casual fans, he's probably extremely underrated. And I don't think people realize this man is only 24 years old. Yes, he turns 25 in June, but that's crazy. He's like basically he's some Bobby Witt, I think technically. So this guy is an upcoming star, and it feels
Yes.
like he's kind of like Soda, where he feels like he's been in the league for a while. Because Soda's only like 26 or 27, so it's just crazy. Like we don't realize like how young he is and how mature he is and how much better he can get. Gunner, yeah.
100%. Now, going to switch focus to hockey. I know we don't have any games tonight. We have a game tomorrow. Any reaction, Drew or Prince, to the game last night? Carolina shut out Montreal 4-0. Any thoughts on there? It was just a dominant display. They scored 3 in the first period, and that was basically that's all she wrote.
Hurricanes to me, honestly, and I even said this even when I thought the Avalanche were going to win it all. After I saw the first series, they look like they honestly remind me of like the Panthers, not from last year, but a couple of years ago, where it just looks like no one's going to stand in their way. They look kind of like the team of destiny, kind of thing. They're playing like their goalie's playing at an elite level, their offense is at an elite level, their power play. They're not getting in the penalty too much. They're just
Yeah, 100%. Prince,
Yeah, I
any
mean, to
thoughts?
piggyback off of what he said, I think probably the Hurricanes are playing the best hockey right now. But you got to watch out for the Golden Knights. That's going to be one heck of a series. I think you'd have to expect the Hurricanes to close it out tomorrow night, right? Up 3-1 at home in a closeout game. So I think probably they take care of business here and go ahead and get to the finals. So yeah, I think that's going to be one crazy heck of a series because, of course, the Golden Knights, with all their championship experience and moxie, that's going to be a tough out for the Hurricanes. But I do think the Hurricanes are probably significantly better, at least in terms of on paper and talent. So that'll be a really interesting series. But I do think they close it out tomorrow night.
Yeah, I tend to agree with you. All right, let's get to the NBA. Last night, we
No,
have a
nothing
game.
last night because we're
No.
just down to the Thunder and Spurs. Of course, the Knicks already in the finals, so we're waiting to see who is going to join them here. And so tonight, of course, we do have Game 6 in San Antonio here between OKC and the Spurs. I'm laying off of a side here, guys. The line is too short for me. It's -3.5. I really don't know which way this could go. I mean, the Spurs are a tough team at home. Anytime you get Thunder at plus money in a closeout game, that is very enticing. But I'm going to stay away from a side officially here. I'm going to play the total. I like the total over 219.5. I think we do see points. We've started to see more points here as the series goes on. And I just think there's an overtime potential here, which could push the total over. I think you just see the primetime players here. I think they're going to step up offensively. Talking about SGA, talking about Wembanyama, talking about maybe a little bit of Chet. Some of the other role players for the Spurs. I think you're going to see the players shine offensively in this one. And so for that reason, I like the total here. I think you might see a little bit of a more up tempo pace as well. So give me the total with the overtime potential as well, over 219.5. If I were to lean towards the side, again, just based on the value, getting Thunder at plus money, getting them at plus 3.5 on a spread. That's also very enticing. Not going to play it officially, but I might sprinkle that.
I'm in lockstep with you. I think San Antonio at home is going to push up the score, and OKC is going to push it up to try to compete and close this out in Game 5. Prince, real quick, how often does the home team
Yes,
in
thank you
Game
for bringing it
5
up because I
win?
was just about to mention that again. Yes, so historically speaking, guys, in the Western Conference Finals, when the home team wins Game 5, they go on to win the series 85% of the time. So that's an overwhelming statistic here that historically would favor the Thunder in this one. Whether they winning 6 games or 7 games is the caveat here, right? And so either way, if you wanted to play them to win the series, it's probably heavily juiced right now, but considering the historical trend, 85% probability that does hit. So something to think about tonight as well. And that's another reason why you're getting 85% probability with plus money. Again, that's considering that they close it out tonight, right? That 85% also factors in Game 7. So, but yeah, just a little bit of a tidbit there of information for you guys in case you guys are looking at any kind of other plays here.
Yeah, definitely some sharp looks. Drew, any thoughts in the NBA tonight? Got a player
Yeah.
prop for us?
Yeah, I do. We're gonna go back to the same exact line I did 2 nights ago. De'Aaron Fox over 9.5. They give us the same line over 9. We get a -130 and -105, which I'll gladly take still. If you look at it, he played 2 more minutes than he has in the past. Since he came back from injury, 33 minutes. He didn't shoot great. He was 4-15, but he did have 4 rebounds and 8 assists. We only needed 10, so he technically that we didn't necessarily need. I think this is great value. Since he came back from injury, he's covered this line game overall. So I think it's just great value.
Yeah, he scored what, 15 or 16 last time? That was a nice, very nice play. Appreciate the props.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Oh, to clarify
All
to the
right,
viewers, by the way,
Prince.
not it's clarified to the viewers so they know. Yeah.
100%. Prince, any thoughts in the NBA before we move to the WNBA?
No more thoughts. I was just going to do a shout out. He's been crushing those player props as well. So,
Absolutely
and
crushing
De'Aaron
them.
Fox is he's still a lot more passive coming off of that injury. He's not quite attacking the same. So, to Drew's point, I think he's playing. I know he's cutting out a lot, guys. Sorry, it might be hard to hear him. But I think he's playing the assist and rebound again. That's what he played last time. He played over 9.5 assists and rebounds for De'Aaron Fox. My guess is he's playing that again. And if that's
Yes,
the
I see
yeah.
it.
So if that's the case, I like that a lot because he's not playing with the same explosiveness that he's had since he's come back from his high ankle sprain. So which makes sense, right? That definitely limits your mobility. And a lot of times when guys come back from injuries, they look to kind of ease back into it, and then their explosiveness is probably the last thing that comes back. So it makes sense for him to be setting up his teammates and getting more assists and maybe some rebounds fall to him as well. So I think that's a really good play. I like that angle for Fox.
Yeah, so do I. All right, 2 games tonight in the WNBA. I'm not really as familiar, so I'm not going to go into so many details, but nice play on the Liberty last night. I think we all expected them to not lose to a terrible team 3 times in a row. So well done. What do you got for us tonight?
Yeah, tonight it's a small slate. We got the Aces and Wings, we got the Fever, and the Golden State Valkyrie. I'm gonna be attacking the Aces and Wings game here. I like the total over 177.5. You're gonna get that at -120. This is more of a play on the Wings. The Wings are top 3 in the W in pace of play. They're a very up tempo style of team, and usually their games tend to lean towards more towards the over here. Of course, the Aces loaded team in terms of their roster, so they have tons of talent on this team who could also help get that total over. You got Paige Beckers, of course, on the other side with the Wings. So I'll give you the Wings Aces in what should be a high scoring game here. I'll take the over 177.5 at -120.
Yeah, definitely have to lean that look. We don't get a 177 total in the WNBA all that often,
No, we
do we?
don't. No, that is a relatively high total for the W. But again, two teams that are offensively gifted, and two teams, especially the Wings, love to play up tempo, and the Aces can run right with them. So I think this is a special circumstance where even though the total is high, I do think we can still hit the over. But yeah, to your point, no, most totals are lower than that.
Right. Yeah, it just seems high to me. I don't follow WNBA as closely as I do the other sports, but I feel like I haven't actually seen that total all that often. All right. Anything in the world of soccer today before we get to our World Cup storyline of the day?
Yeah, we do have one play here in soccer. We have an international friendly. It's going to be kicking off here at 2:45 p.m. Eastern. We have Ireland going to be taking on Qatar. This one's going to be playing in Dublin, Ireland, the capital there, over in Ireland. I landed on Ireland -1 in this one. I think they win this by margin. You get to that +110. I think Ireland is considerably better than Qatar. I've talked about Qatar before. I think they're one of the worst teams in the World Cup, which, by the way, guys, we might come out with a podcast here at some point ranking the World Cup teams. I think that might be something interesting for the listeners here for us to do. So stay tuned for that. But in any case, I'm pretty much out on Qatar. They're not a very good defensive team. They don't really offer much offensively either. So I think Ireland's in a good spot at home. Qatar's never played in Ireland before. That Irish fan base playing in Dublin is an extremely hard place to play for European giants, let alone a team like Qatar. So I think Ireland wins this one comfortably. Give me Ireland on an Asian spread -1. You're going to get that plus money, +110. For those of you who don't know how Asian spreads work, basically, if they win by 1, we push. If they win by 2 or more, we cash it out. So getting plus money with a little bit of insurance there on a -1, I'll take it. And yeah, I think Ireland wins by margin. So give me Ireland -1 +110.
Yeah, I like it. I don't normally push back on any plays, and I'm not pushing back on a play. Just want to let you know I took the -110 on Ireland to win and team total over 1.5, which is kind of the same thing. It just basically means that
Yeah, not to cut you off. I looked at that too. It is pretty much the same thing. The only caveat for me is sometimes Ireland, for whatever reason, they struggle to score at times. And so I wanted that push insurance just in case they only get 1 goal and they win 1-0. At least they get my money back. I didn't want to rely on them to score 2 goals personally because although, I like getting the money back insurance part of it. That's why I wanted to play the -1 just to get a little insurance on it. But I like your play as well.
Okay, yeah, no, I mean it's literally coming from you. It's just when I was looking at it, I was like, oh, I can't find the Asian spread. Oh, I have this. Let me just play this instead. But I might cash that out and just play the spread now instead.
Yeah, they're both the same thing. Like I said, just a little less risk on my play, but yeah, either way, I mean, we need both in order to cash. So, all right, cool. Should I just go into
Yeah,
the World Cup play today then? All right, let's do
yes,
it.
sir.
All right, you guys, this FIFA World Cup play of the day. As we are just now 15 days out from the start of the FIFA World Cup. This one hurts my heart, but I got to do it here. The value is too good to pass it up. I'm going to be fading the greatest player in the last 20 years. Let me repeat that. The greatest player in the last 20 years, Cristiano Ronaldo, taking his under 2.5 goals here at +110. This is under 2.5 goals throughout the duration of the entire World Cup. Multiple factors here are playing into this one. One, you look at Portugal's group, very tough defensive group here with Uzbekistan, Colombia, and I believe is it Ecuador? Is the DR Congo? I'm sorry, Uzbekistan, DR Congo, and Colombia. Three very good defensive teams. So I think right off the bat, Portugal's going to be in for low scoring games. Not to mention, 2 of their games are going to be in hot temperatures. Whether they close the roof or not, we'll see. But they're going to be played in Houston. The third one's going to be played in Miami. So you're expecting weather to have some sort of an implication in all 3 of those matches. They're going to be heavily outnumbered in terms of their fan base when they play in Miami against Colombia. That's going to be about 100% Colombian fans in the stadium there. So you have all those variables going against them right off the bat. And then not to mention, Ronaldo's 41 years old. Look, as great as he's been and as much as he's accomplished in his career, father time, is undefeated. And you're talking about a 41-year-old striker that he's lost all of explosiveness. He's even lost some of his finishing. He's not as clinical as he's been in years past. And so I think, when you look at superstars, they usually don't age gracefully. They fall off a cliff. And I think this is the cliff for Ronaldo. I hate to say it. I'm glad he's in the World Cup. I'm glad he's, getting his swan song here. But I don't see him being very effective in this World Cup. I think the only way he's going to score goals is through penalty kicks because he is a penalty kick taker. So if they get a penalty, he'll probably step up and take that. But honestly, I think this Portuguese team is better without Ronaldo. Again, blasphemous to say that, but at this stage of his career, I think Portugal plays more free, more open-ended without Ronaldo in the lineup. So I think the coaches might see that at some point. Maybe he even comes off the bench, but I think under 2.5 goals here is a real probability for Mr. CR7 Cristiano Ronaldo. Hate to do it, but I got to do it here. Give me Cristiano Ronaldo under 2.5 goals at plus 100. Most your thoughts?
I love that Drew's giving you a thumbs down.
I'm curious what Drew's thoughts are then. After
Oh,
you,
man.
what are your thoughts? I want to see what Drew thinks. Because I
Oh
hate
no, it's
fading
when you
my
said
man.
Ronaldo's the best player of the last 20
Yeah,
years.
best of all. I didn't say it. I said it twice. Go ahead.
That's a whole different discussion.
I know. Don't worry about it. I
Yeah.
got love for.
Hey,
I got love for
I'll say
Messi
this. I
too.
appreciate both. Those are the two greatest we've ever seen
Yeah,
or ever will
man.
see. So I'm gonna appreciate greatness. Yeah.
Absolutely, no doubt about it. But I got to troll a little bit, man. I got to be firm on my stance here. I can't
Oh
wishy
yeah, I
wash.
was just
So,
messing around, Prince. He knows.
no, dude, me too. Same
Prince's
here.
hot take
Yeah,
of the
there you
day.
go. Hot take of the day. All right. Any thoughts, though, Motion, on that, or nothing really?
Not really. I'm diving into the games. I tend to agree with you. I think that they have a really tough schedule, so they might not make it far, which might make it hard for him to score multiple
He's
goals.
41 years old.
Uh,
I mean, he's 41 years old, and they got tons of talent up there. Like, I don't know. They don't need him. You know what I mean? They don't need him.
right. So the only concern that I would have is like if they're being extra nice to him, or if he's like, this is the last time I'm ever going to get a chance to do that, like what we saw with Messi, or we might see with Messi again.
Yeah. No,
You know?
you're right.
That's my
That's
only
the only
concern.
thing. That's the only thing that could happen, in my opinion. Something like that, you know?
Because people like that are able to bring the intensity to a next level. And even though they're not technically, like, for instance, on paper, should be able to compete, people with that mentality and talent can always bring it to a new level. And the way that they understand the game is so much more advanced than maybe some of the other players going to be on that pitch. So I don't know. I mean, I played it for a half a unit.
Yeah, which by the way, guys, I'm glad you brought that up. All of these World Cup futures, guys, for me personally, I don't play anything more than a quarter unit because they're futures, right? You're talking about plus, 300, 400, 500 plays. I mean, this one obviously is not to that level, but still, don't bet the farm on it, right? These are futures. They're plus big money for a reason. So, tread lightly on these quarter unit, maybe a little bit less, but just something to sprinkle for fun here. But yeah, I mean, I think I'm to your point. I think it's the only reason that Ronaldo might hit is if they, try to like placate to him and say, oh, we want you to go out with, with a goal or something like that. But otherwise, through
Which
the run of play,
also might be detrimental to the team
it is.
itself
Well, it
and might
is.
actually prevent him from scoring more goals in the tournament
Well,
as
and
a
that's the
whole.
thing, and that's to my point. They don't need him, right? They're better without him. They honestly are a better team without him. He's too slow. He can't move. He's lost all his mobility. They have other talent that's much younger that would be way more effective than him at his stage of his career. So I just don't see where the goals are coming from for him. And so like I said, we'll see. But under 2.5 is going to be the play for me. It hurts to say it, but I gotta do it. Gotta do it. The price is too good.
Love it.
All right, let's do our World Cup story of the day, guys. Today's title is The Laughing Goalkeeper. This was from the World Cup in 1938. So we're advancing a few years here from the 1930 World Cups. All right, I'm going to read this exactly as it's written here in the article. During the 1938 semifinal between Italy and Brazil, Italian legend Giuseppe Meazza stepped up to take a crucial penalty kick. However, just as he began his run-up, the elastic in Meazza's shorts snapped, causing his pants to drop straight down, butt naked. Instead of stopping, Meazza kept running, hands down, and struck the ball past the Brazilian goalkeeper, who was still doubled over laughing at the wardrobe malfunction. Italy won 2-1 and went on to win the tournament. So you had your first ever guy, his shorts fell down. It was butt naked. He continued to run, didn't stop, scored the goal. The goalie didn't stop it because he was laughing too hard at the guy's pants falling down. So another interesting story.
Did he like my emojis?
Can you imagine? Can you imagine?
Yeah, that's awesome.
And the poor goalie, he didn't know what to do. He was just laughing. The ball just goes in, and he ends up being the winning goal.
See, when Prince talks about
So I
Italy,
want
I'm
to
happy.
say
Hey, there you go. And it was an Italy goal
How
too.
did you? So was this not broadcast on American TV or something?
This was
Because
during
like
World War
Jackie
II,
Jackson had a.
Yeah, it was like right before
Oh,
World War
okay,
II,
okay.
1938. So yeah,
like right
right
when it
before, like right
started.
around. Yeah, right when it started, basically. Yeah. So I don't know. It'd be interesting. I'd love to try to see some footage of that. I'm gonna have to do some research, see if we can find it somewhere. But
The
that's
Tushy
so
tapes.
funny.
I
So,
actually
and the
have
fact that he didn't stop, like, how do you keep running with your shorts are down? He
dude,
just
that's an
kept
awesome
running.
story. I'm glad you told me that. I'm gonna look it up because you mentioned it.
Yes, do that. I gotta find some footage of it. Yeah, Drew, I know you've been coming with the World Cup facts
Yeah.
today. You got one for today?
Yeah, you know what's funny how the world works? I actually have one that's literally around the same time period you mentioned, right? It's about a player, Luis Monti, right? He is the only player in history to play for two different teams on and both reaching the final. So he played for Argentina in 1930 and Italy for 1934, in which Italy won, by the way. So they did win back-to-back World Cups. And you'd be confused. You'd be like, so he lost the one with Argentina in 1930. In 1934, he won with Italy. Be like, well, why did he do that? Well, he was an immigrant from Italy. We went to Argentina. And then before the World Cup in 1934, Benito Mussolini, by ancestry laws, recruited him to come to Italy. It sounds crazy, recruited, and also gave him a buttload of money during that time, right? Because he wanted him. So he got him, and they won the World Cup in 1934. So that's a pretty cool
That's
fact.
crazy.
Yeah.
That is pretty cool. That's crazy. That's Mussolini was a kingpin.
Well, because apparently,
Pretty
like,
much.
if you immigrate, like, during that time, you can declare ancestry laws, right? So that's just one of the things. Yeah.
Wow, that is wild. That's wild.
And it's
Like,
crazy you mentioned
what an experience
1938
that must have been for
because,
that player.
yeah, it's crazy
Yeah.
you mentioned 1938 because I did 1930, 1940, and you did 1938. So that's crazy coincidence there.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, we're on telepathic
Yeah.
waves here, me and you. I'm curious to see what you have tomorrow.
All right, here's the fun question of the day. Do you believe in ESP or extra like the extrasensory stuff around us, like another dimension or ghosts or spirits and all that stuff?
Wow, what a loaded question, Mosh. Oh
Sorry.
man, talking about coming out hot here. Okay, I'll go first. Do I believe you can sense things? Yeah, sort of. But I'm out on the whole ESP ghost type of thing, personally. Short and quick
Drew?
answer.
Yeah. So that's like a great question because it's something like I've never like I believe there is other, of course, life forms in general like out there. I don't know, it's just like the aliens we depict in movies. I'm not a full, I guess, like believer in like ghosts and stuff. I am Christian, like Catholic, but not like to the extent where I try to flex my, let's say like beliefs on, like necessarily people. But I do believe that there is some kind of presence out there. I believe there isn't just coincidences. I believe sometimes there's certain things where I believe ancestors can pass through you and relay messages to you or something like that, or out of nowhere you just like feel like a sense to do something. Like for example, like I feel out of nowhere that because I remember there was one time and I saw another actor who had a similar thing like on a show where they felt a sense, hey, call your mom. Like okay, like I had that kind of sense one time where I was told like my body told me, hey, call your grandma. And then I called my grandma and I was like, hey, how is grandpa doing and stuff? And then she checked on grandpa and then grandpa wasn't doing well. His heart was having like issues and stuff like that. And it's just one of those things where I believe there's like, stuff out there that, like whether it's your ancestors or something passing through you that gives you things to do that you don't realize you think of out of nowhere, if that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah, I do get that. I would maybe attribute that more to God as a religious
Oh yeah,
person,
no, I agree. God too. And
personally.
that's, yeah. Yeah.
But I don't. So I have a similar answer, I guess, to both you, where I do believe there is some kind of dimension around us that we don't understand and can't see, and we're supposed to work inside of it somehow. Whatever. It's a whole separate conversation, not for the show. But I do not believe that the people in this world today can feel or interact things. Sure, are there people who are sensitive? Yes. Can some people maybe interact or see things? Sure. Are the people who go out there and say they can? Can't. That's my take. The people who can, can't. The people who can don't say they can. They just keep it private. They keep it hidden. Whatever community they're in, that's their business and prerogative. But they're not looking to anybody looking to make money or publicity off this stuff is not the real deal. That's just my take on it. I don't necessarily think I don't believe that there's a gateway between the next world and our world where people can flit in and out willy-nilly.
So no
If we
upside down
did,
like
we would
Stranger
have a
Things.
lot.
I'm just kidding.
I feel like. I mean, we would have so many more examples in our. We would have proof. We'd be able to do experiments. We would be able to scientifically at least prove to some extent that it's happening. And the fact that we haven't kind of makes me think that it's not. Not saying that it can't, but the people who are telling me that we can it definitely isn't telling me the truth. You know,
Oh no,
like
I
if
definitely
someone's telling
agree.
me like, oh, you can talk to my dead sister or dead dad or whatever it is. Okay.
Yeah, that's
So
most. I think that's where I draw the line. I'm with you on that. Like the whole.
Yeah.
It's just my opinion, right? I'm not knocking anyone who believes it's fine. Believe what you want, right? But for me, like the whole medium thing, because I have friends and stuff who like will go to mediums and be like, oh yeah, I want them, connect with this spirit. That's like, just me personally, I'm just kind of out on that. That's just me, but you know.
Oh, and to
yeah, and I
clarify,
mean, I've had. Yeah. Hey, Drew, can you hear us?
yeah,
You
I
went in
was
and
just
out.
saying
Just
to clarify with. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, that's all you, Drew. What you got to say?
I was saying to clarify what Mo said was a good point. I was trying to get to. I was trying to say, and he said it perfectly. How I should have said it was like when it comes to the past through ancestors. I believe it's like the point where he has. I believe God tells my ancestors to try to reach out to me and stuff in different ways through like my body or like senses and stuff like that. But I'm with Moshe when it comes to I don't think there's a gateway. If there was, we'd figure it out. And I know this sounds silly talking about like a TV show, but there's a reason. Like for example, Stranger Things, they found something on it and people found out about it. If there was really something like that, there would be something we were trying to work on it like that show. But I don't think there is. Does that make sense? If that makes sense.
Yeah, 100%. The only caveat to this whole conversation is if there was something found by a government, no way in heck that the public would ever find
Area
that
51.
So they've
I
kind
still
of
don't know
proven what
what's
Area
there.
51 is. It's just I mean,
Be the
from what
best
I
donut ever.
understand, from what I've read and understanding, because I was very interested in this growing up. I'm still interested in aliens and all this talk, but Area 51 was just a testing site for next generation weapons. And they purposefully let the public think that there might be aliens there to create a mask of confusion about what they were actually doing there. Because the more people speculate, the less people are actually understanding what they're really accomplishing. That's my understanding of what Area 51 is. Whether or not they have aliens there, I doubt it. But if it is, it's definitely not an Area 51 where people are literally camped outside videotaping the entrance and exits all the way around. I mean, I'm pretty sure that they're doing that already. I don't know. That was my take. All right. Off the rails long enough. Drew, bring us back into sports. What's your best bets of the day?
Yeah, definitely. That was a great question. I love that for sure. Jack Flaherty under 15 and a half outs at minus 105. De'Aaron Fox over 9.5 assists at minus 130. And Sprinkle George Springer home run at plus 525.
Absolutely love it. I've got a 2-leg parlay for you today, plus 146 Pirates and Braves first 5 money line. My MLB sprinkle of the day. Gunnar Henderson, Baltimore, plus 610. Prince, close us
Yeah,
out.
so for me, guys, we're looking at in Major League Baseball. We'll take the Pirates Cubs first 3 under 2.5 runs around minus 135. We're gonna sprinkle Jake Berger of the Rangers to hit a home run at plus 390. In international football today, I'm taking Ireland -1 against Qatar. You get that around plus 110. In the W tonight, give me the Aces Wings over 177.5 around minus 120. We're also going to be taking the Spurs Thunder over 219.5 again around minus 120. And your FIFA World Cup play today, unfortunately, is going to be Cristiano Ronaldo under 2.5 goals at plus 110. You can get that at Bet365. That's going to do it for us today, guys. This has been the Only Bet Sports Podcast Thursday edition. We hope you guys enjoy the rest of your afternoon. For Drew DeLucchi, Stern Bets, I'm the Prince of Picks. Enjoy your afternoon. We'll see you guys tomorrow, same time, live at 11:30 a.m. Eastern, Monday to Friday, right here on X at Only Bets Podcast. Until then, we'll talk to you soon. Thanks.